Hello Franklin Foxes, welcome today to another STEM Reg video. Today we are going to actually be putting together a little Amazon jungle. It's going to be a little fun little thing that we have. However, I am not going to be doing this with anything but maybe Play-Doh or this stuff called salt dough, which I will tell you how to make real quick just so we can get yourself prepared for it. But you're going to get yourself about 4 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, and then 1.5 cups of water. And you put that all together and you massage it. And after you massage it, it turns into kind of a Play-Doh. It's kind of cool. But if you eat it, it'll be disgusting, but it won't hurt you, so that's a plus, you know? And you can always dye it. You can do whatever you want with it. There you go. Just play around with that a little bit. Other than that, the main thing that you're going to need for today is maybe something to put it on. I got a piece of cardboard and then put a piece of paper on top if you couldn't tell with how it looks. And I got me some toothpicks because little do you know, toothpicks are one of the best things to carve in detail into any kind of like Play-Doh, like sculpting, clay, icing, stuff of that sort. But I would suggest to get a couple of those for today's exercise, all right? And if you really need to, go ahead, get some scissors and tape if you're going to need to keep this stuff down, or maybe get some sticks from outside to be able to hold like your trees up a little bit sturdier. That is completely up to you on what you would like to grab to help with that, okay? But for today, I'm actually going to incorporate, her name is going to be Miss Scribbles. That's all you guys need to know her as right now. So, but for me, you could either call me Mr. Alek or Mr. Scruff, because either one is just fine, because I know that the people watching this are my little kidlins from Franklin, which is great. So, other than that, we're going to go ahead and bring her in, so come on over.
Hi, guys!
Hello. All right, say hello, welcome yourself.
Hello, Franklin Foxes. I am Miss Scribbles. It's so nice to meet you.
Well, I guess it's kind of meet, kind of not. I don't know, but yes. So she will be helping us with today's little activity, mainly because this is going to be a big one if we put it all together as best we can. But we're going to put it on pause real quick. Not really, but we are going to go ahead and give you Amazon jungle fact number 1. Number 1. The Amazon is the world's largest tropical rainforest, covering over 5.5 million square kilometers, which is massive. So it's so big that the UK and Ireland would fit into it 17 times. 17 times. That's pretty massive. It takes up a lot of South America. Like, I didn't actually know it was in South America until I started looking all this stuff up. So there we go. That's pretty cool. All right, so for today, first things first, after you've made your salt dough, brought your Play-Doh, whatever you're going to do there, we are going to start bringing out our trees in some way. So, go ahead, give yourself a nice little tree stump. Make it as weird and clumpy as you'd like, because that's how trees look. They are weird, they're awkward.
They're all different.
And they're all different in their own way. They're special.
Every tree is special. Just all like children.
Yes. Just like everybody, not just children. How dare you?
Well,
everybody's special.
Everybody starts as a child, right?
You're right. But then everybody turns into
like every tree
a
starts as a sapling.
Yep. All right. You got yourself a nice little, hopefully, stump.
Thicker.
Mine's pretty fat, so that's all right.
Make sure not to make them too big, or else they might fall over.
You're right. And then again, sometimes if you make them too small, won't be able to hold up anything. So you got to find a happy medium, and that's the hard part about this activity. But after you do that, go ahead and drape over a little flat piece, like you're going to smoosh it down as best you can, karate chop it, smash it with a fist, doesn't really matter, do whatever you feel like, and then just drape it over, let it hold itself with the fat tree and its leaves.
Oh, I see.
Yes. And now this is where our toothpicks come into play. This is where you can go and you can like drag down the side to create a little bit of texture for your tree to make it look less like a mushroom. Maybe add a little bit of leaf look, add in there, tear a little bit out, make it kind of fluffy like foliage. Foliage is some kind of like leaf or plant life in that sense, I guess. Is that the best way of putting it? I don't know.
Yeah, foliage is the leaves or, just mostly the leaves of plants. And so when people say foliage, oh, look at that foliage on that tree, they're all talking about maybe the full green leaves on a tree.
Yes. Oh.
Here's your new word for today.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'll be right back.
Where's he going?
I'll be right back.
What is he doing? Oh, he's getting something exciting. He's back.
I'm getting color. I don't like plain trees. I'm a color fanatic. Get over here.
Oh.
Here. I'm going to grab my clump.
I want some color. My color in here.
All right. While we are going to mix this together to make green, let's go ahead and say fact number 2. Would you like to do that for me?
I would love to.
Oh my gosh, this stuff is so goopy. Okay.
It's okay. It gets the job done.
You're right.
My hands are going to be a little green after this.
Just a little.
But that's okay.
All right. Number 2. Let's see if this is a good one or not. Okay. Running through the north of the rainforest is the Amazon River. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have heard about that. It's a pretty massive river. It's about 6,840 kilometers long, I believe. And it is the second largest river after the Nile River that's in Egypt. But it is one that houses a lot of different animals, species, fancy things, scary things. Doesn't matter what it is. It's like the home to a lot of different animals there in the rainforest, which is really nice because a lot of them, they're new, and like there could be piranhas, hippopotamus, there can be alligators, stuff like that. But all of them have their own space in the Amazon in there, which they can have. We don't need them here. Unless it's a hippopotamus, because that's all you want for Christmas, right? All right, well, let's keep on giving this a shot. I'll keep making
some more tree stumps,
because the Amazon and its rainforest, and the trees in particular, there is a lot of them. There is so many of them. That's why it is the largest jungle
in the world.
Literally anywhere. It takes up about, 2/3 of Brazil?
I think so.
Yeah, that's
about
huge.
70% of South America?
I think so. 70% of South America. And that's a whole lot of land.
I think we're getting some green over here.
Oh, look at us go. You might need a little bit more.
Probably. Let's make it dark. Make the foliage even greener.
Yes.
And goopier.
Take that goopy green.
Now, if you're at home and you have your own Play-Doh, you can just use green Play-Doh.
Just use green. I would suggest that because it'd make it so much easier.
And your hands wouldn't get all goopy and green.
And gross.
Like mine. But it's okay. If you use salt, though, and you use food coloring, the food coloring will wash off your hands very easily.
Unless it's
permanent.
One of my friends that decided to put some washable paint all over her face, and then she ended up being dyed green for the rest of the day. But it did come out by the next one.
Oh no!
Pretty sure a lot of you know who that was, but she's great. She's pretty wonderful.
So kids, maybe ask your parents first before using any food coloring.
Might be a good option.
To see if they know if it's gonna dye your skin or not.
Well, I genuinely did not know if this was going to dye your skin, but it...
Oh, he put me at risk. That's not what you do, kids. Not in the Amazon.
In the Amazon, if you put yourself in risk, there is a very high chance of an adventure to the other world.
And it might not be one you want.
No.
Okay, do we need any more green, or do you think this is green enough?
I think that's great.
Perfect.
Another thing about the Amazon is that it is a place that houses cocoa beans. Do you guys know that? Cocoa beans is what makes cocoa, makes chocolate, makes anything that's flavored nice and brown.
Delicious treats that we eat almost every day.
Yes, and a lot of those cocoa beans are in the Amazon.
You know, I didn't know that till today.
Neither did I.
Very new fact.
I've been reading a lot into it, and it's actually been pretty cool.
Okay.
But yes, there's actually been a lot more facts than I was expecting for today. And now let's go ahead and get our leaves on here. Why not? What else is fun about the rainforest, huh?
I heard of some scary spiders.
Ooh, scary spiders. What kind of scary spiders?
Heard of one that'll chase you down till it bites you.
Oh, wow.
You surprise it. It's really scary.
Yeah, but then again, I know some people that way. If you surprise them, they'll chase it down. So, I guess that's nothing too new. And, let's see. Let's find some other things. Canopies, which are leaves on, like, the top of a jungle tree. Or, like... It's called a canopy because it's literally so thick that it looks like you can walk on it, but it's all covered in leaves. Or stuff of that sort. Just at the very top of trees. Like all this right here, this could be considered a canopy. Well, if it was real. If it was real. But canopies in the Amazon are so thick that it can take rain almost 10 minutes to be able to travel to the ground because it's trying to travel through all these leaves. It's so thick that nothing can get through it. Just like... I don't know. It's a really good way to change that into something else.
Like how on our houses, where on the roof we have little pathways for rain to run into.
They're called eaves, by the way.
Yeah, so we have eaves on our houses that catch the water, and it'll hold it for a little while, but then it'll come pouring down and rushing through little pipes that we have coming down the sides of the houses.
And that's why it looks like your house is puking. Because of that. Alright, I'm actually going to start making little cocoa beans anyway. They kind of look just like a big bean. Mm-hmm. And like for trees, it's actually pretty massive. I think they're like that big, I think.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty big. But these are going to go right underneath and stick right inside of that tree. And they come in little clumps. I would say about 2, maybe 3 a piece. Don't quote me on that one because I'm not 100% sure, but they do come in clumps. That one's not a fact. And the Amazon also grows a lot of bananas.
Which I am making right now.
Yes, a lot of bananas.
I'm going to make little crescents, almost, out of our little Play-Doh or salt dough over here.
Crescents? Crescents look like one of those, like, partial moons. Mm-hmm. It's like a crooked smiley face.
Like the Cheshire Cat smile.
Yeah, scary. If any of you guys have seen Alice in Wonderland, that used to be my, like, freakiest part, was that.
That Cheshire Cat.
Oh, you guys want to hear about some scary animals that live in the Amazon?
Ooh.
Yeah. There are some. There's probably a lot more than just these, but some of them are electric eels. There's many different species of electric eels there. Flesh-eating piranhas.
We all know what piranhas are, right?
If you don't know, they're fish that have a lot of teeth that like to eat animals. Or they're very carnivorous. Poison dart frogs. Those are the really colorful frogs that just their skin is pretty poisonous. Pretty scary. And definitely something that if you see one in the wild, I would suggest not going to pick it up. Like the tree frogs down at Franklin, those ones are amazing. Those ones are so cute. They are so good to pick up and have fun with. But poison dart frogs or anything colored, they can be orange, they can be like red, I think, purple, some of those weird things.
Not
some of those
green.
Don't want those. And then there's jaguars. This is where a lot of jaguars are.
Ooh.
A lot of them. And everybody should know what a jaguar is. It's like a big, bad black cat. And as everybody should know, cats are scary.
I have cats.
Yes, and they are terrifying. I don't care if they're big or if they're little, they're all scary.
Mr. Alek is a dog person.
I'm a very big dog person. I will take a dog over a cat any day.
Okay, my banana cluster.
Oh, it's adorable. Look at that.
There's a few different bananas.
Yeah.
And then I have a little
Probably
perch.
can't see it that far from here, but
Probably not, but there you go. You just make
pretty good.
almost little worms and you attach them at the top.
Yep, attachable worms.
And we're going to put these bananas in this tree right over here.
Perfect. And then last that I have on my list is a lot of venomous snakes.
Oh.
Pythons. That's about all I can think of right now.
Are there boa constrictors in
There's
the Amazon?
Probably boa constrictors. There's probably a lot of constricting snakes. Constricting snakes and poisonous snakes are a little bit different by the way that they actually go and get their prey.
Can you tell us the difference?
Poisonous snakes, they use their venom or poison that they have in their mouth. Not really their mouth. They have like little glands that would kind of be like where our cheeks are in a sense, that come out with their fangs, and then it drips through their fangs. So if they go and bite something, they inject that poison into them, and eventually their prey or whatever they are deciding to eat will die because of how much poison is inside of them. However, while constricting is kind of grabbing something and squeezing it so hard that it can't breathe, or that like maybe it starts to get crushed or something, you know, like if you grabbed an empty can or a water bottle and you crushed it and you just squeeze as hard as you could, that's constricting. And that's what some
dangerous hug.
Basically, yeah. Like what sometimes I may think that my dad would give me those big dangerous hugs. Because sometimes I couldn't breathe, but he's too nice, so he'd let go.
His dad is not a constricting snake.
Nope. Hopefully yours aren't either, but I'm pretty sure you guys have gotten some pretty big, wonderful hugs from your dad.
Bone-cracking hugs.
Yes. Hopefully not bone cracking.
Not literally.
Some pretty good hugs anyway. All right, so it's kind of like this. I know ours kind of looks hilarious.
But you can make yours look whatever you want it to look
and
like.
Definitely a lot more detailed. Like if you want to, come give yourself little animals, like get some of these, make yourself a snake. Some snakes there are massive, so even if we made the trees this little, we could probably make a snake about this big, and it would probably be to scale.
The bananas fell. I guess they're ripe.
Oh, look at that. Time to eat. But then there's also...
Oh, we both made snakes.
Yes. But you could also like flatten out a piece and then stretch it pretty long and then go through your trees to make like the river. The Amazon River, stuff like that. And if you wanted to paint that blue or dye that blue, then you can continue...
Another snake.
Yes. Oh, that one's cuter than mine is.
This one's a constricting snake.
Oh, mine's venomous. Just like some snakes that we see up here. Kind of scary, but they are... A lot of snakes up here are a little bit nicer than the ones that would be in the Amazon. But anyway, that is going to be the project for today. If you would like to go ahead and try and make one or something, go right ahead. This was not only just for crafting and a little bit of knowledge about this, but it's also... Yes. It is also meant for being able to put together hopefully some salt dough, because it's really cool to know that like this stuff is edible, but like the reactions that happen inside of it cause it to be more like Play-Doh than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that's pretty cool that I only learned about maybe not too long ago from now.
Yeah.
So.
And you can make a lot more things with this. So if you have a lot of extra dough like we do, we can make little Christmas ornaments around Christmas time. You can make like just other little sculptures, whatever you want. But go ahead and add to your little Amazon rainforest.
Yes. And if you want to keep it a little like more, then with your parents' permission, do not do this yourself, you're going to put it in the oven till they get crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really weird to say about this stuff, but that'll keep it nice and hard, and then that way they will not...
They won't fall apart, they won't sag.
Yes, but either way, your parent has to be there if you're going to do this, okay? Discretion right now. Do not do it by yourself. You will get burnt. It will happen. I can almost guarantee it. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching today. Hope you guys had fun, and hopefully you guys can tune in for next time, and maybe she'll come back next time as well. But thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.